What's going on, everyone? This is the new episode of Goat Talk podcast. The gang is all back for two consecutive weeks in a row. There's a little bit of baseball. The trade deadline's coming up here on Monday. NFL preseason's just around the corner with the Hall of Fame games on next Thursday, a week from today, which is super exciting. Some NFL news is kind of going on. We could talk about the Bills jerseys, get Joey's thoughts on those. There's some Vikings quarterback, potential possibilities that I can touch on. The Jets still stink. And the Patriots, we're really not sure what's going to happen there, but we'll kind of just dive into it. I think first setting the precedent of talking about baseball. Not a lot of trades have gone on, but are there any teams that have immediate needs to be filled to maybe get them to the next step to be competitive? Greg, I'm sure you're going to annotate to the Yankees. So why don't you start first, Greg?
I'll start with the Yankees' needs. I'm not going to get into specific players right now, but what they need is, in my opinion, obviously, granted, they're really, really hurt right now in their core of their lineup. Judge, Bellinger, and Giancarlo are all out, and the time frame for them is not anywhere soon. The rotation is not an issue, in my opinion. That's not a problem at all. They're fantastic, in my opinion. There, but I would love to get a back end reliever. I'm not going to say names right now. I think it's yeah. There's someone I'm thinking of. I'm not going to say his name though. All right, screw it. Mason Miller. Yeah, Mason Miller, the best reliever in baseball. The only issue is how much we would give up, but that is the guy to get.
What is he, the boogeyman, Greg? Jesus.
I also think that the Yankees need to send Volpe to the moon. See ya. Bye. Have fun. Go to another team.
Chernobyl.
Who's trading for him?
I don't know, but we should go
after.
Francisco Lindor is who the Yankees.
He's not being traded. The Mets already.
You want that deal? No shot. You want that?
I would rather have a comparable.
If that deal happens, I am streaking around Long Island.
I would rather have a comparable shortstop than nobody. Dude, Volpe was so
war fucking fool.
Talking about what we did, talked about 2 weeks ago or last week, like how players were super highly rated coming out. Like the Yankees have all these high rated prospects and they get to the league and they suck. And Volpe's one of those guys. Like this guy was going to be the next Jeter and he's terrible. He's awful. He's terrible. The Yankees farm system is so bad for two reasons. One, because all the Yankees do is trade their players to then get like fucking 40-year-old Paul Goldschmidt to play first base for 4 seasons. And then they pay people like Cody Bellinger to get hurt, and Giancarlo's deal's terrible. I think that since he's been on the Yankees, and I'll never forget the morning I texted Greg, whatever year that was at this point, 17. He has probably played one healthy season. He's terrible. It's awful.
That was 2018.
And the Yankees also need a catcher.
How much longer is on that Stanton deal?
I'm gonna fact check that in a sec.
Well, I think the actual stat for that is since he signed with the Yankees, he's played about 52% of games.
It's too long.
God, that hurt.
I actually do less.
Which is
what is he making a year? $32 million. It's got to be more than that. Pretty close.
This year, bro, only 19.
Only.
Yeah.
You gotta think though. Like this was a deal that was made over 10 years ago. So, it was a 13-year...
Holy fucking shit, dude. Over 10 years ago? Oh, my God.
Yeah, so we still got 4 years left on his deal.
We got... Well, no. So we got this year, and then next year, and I'm not sure if 28 is, a factor. Because it says... I'm looking at it right now. It's a club option. I don't know if it means, before that season or after it. I would
whatever. He's gone.
Whenever that comes, obviously we're not going to keep him.
Well, you never know with Brian Cashman.
Who would you guys? So you want a reliever, like you said, for the Yankees, but who would you guys give up
for Mason Miller? A lot. That guy.
You would have to.
He is the best relief pitcher in baseball, and I don't think it's really close right now.
And you would have to think that teams are I think I don't remember if we talked about it last week or not, but you have to think that teams are kind of pressing, which I'm kind of shocked there hasn't been more, but thus far. But you have to think that the impending doom of a lockout has to be weighing on these GMs, and it's like we want to get these deals done, and we want to get these guys now because who the fuck knows what's going to happen? Who the fuck knows after the last pitch in the World Series? Literally, who knows when baseball will be played next?
I honestly think the lockout's the best thing for the MLB, and that may be a hot take, but I really think it's the best. Like they need a whole reset right now.
I want
No,
to hear.
yeah,
I want to hear. I want to hear it. I like it, but I want to
and
hear it.
I'm not diving into the fact that I disagree with the whole lockout thing. I think, but I'm personally shocked that teams haven't been more active because of that. Be like, we're not. This may be our last chance to get some of the guys for literally a whole year at this point, and
They don't know when though.
Can we agree that 2027 may in fact be a throwaway year? Like
Yeah.
entirely.
It may
Like
not even happen.
there's a good chance that you miss a majority, if not the entire season, because of this CBA lockout, right? And so some of these guys that are wanting to get those or wanting to move teams, like I don't think Mason Miller wants to be a Padre. Like what? They're really not doing anything. They have a bunch of dudes that make their contracts are over $300 million, and they're all fucking shortstops. Like like there are so many different possibilities out there for trades and guys that I could assume want to move to maybe a contender. But the time to do that would be now because who the fuck knows when they're going to contend in the near future after this season, anyways.
I think you see a lot this weekend. Like with the trade
Yeah.
deadline being Monday, this weekend, I think you're going to see a lot of players on the move.
Mm-hmm.
So hey,
Go ahead, Greg.
okay. I was gonna just ask a question for the group as I hear. I think the biggest piece, in my honest opinion, to be moved most likely is arguably the best starting pitcher in all of baseball. I just want to hear if you guys have any take on it. Where do we think Tyrese Skubal is going to go?
I see a lot, and it's like it's sickening.
Just came out
to see
today,
so
right?
much that it's like a lot is linked to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's fucking
sickening.
Disgusting. Why would they even trade him there though? Like, why? You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, they have apparently, from what I was reading today, and how that trade would work is the Dodgers would basically have the most to offer.
And yeah,
Well,
because because this is his arbitration year, right? Which means after this season, he can just walk.
Yeah.
And if you're anybody but fucking John Henry, you might as well get something for your best player, right? Like you have to get something for him. I mean, and to Joey's point, you look at that fucking Dodgers roster, right? And you can definitely say that this is the most that they have. This is the most advantageous trade for Detroit. That hey, we would literally be creating the Monstars 2.0 over there, especially with that pitching staff is ridiculous. You add him in there and it's like ungodly. It's like the 98 Braves. It's ridiculous. And then you also have to think of it. I honestly forget where I was going with that. I'm sorry.
Do you think there's a universe though that we're in that the reason we're not seeing a lot of trades is because they really think the impending lockout next year with the CBA? Because if you think about it, if you're going to be in a lockout, you still have to pay your players, right? So now if you're the Dodgers, if you're another team that let's just say like Skeens gets traded, like some crazy blockbuster trade happens, you got to pay him still next year, right? So, like, do you think the reason we're not seeing a lot of trades and teams sitting back is because they know what's impending coming forward?
I mean, that's a good point. I
Yeah.
didn't think about it in that sense. Like, yeah, that's a great point. But you also have to think with a guy like because Skeens, I mean, granted, he's probably making a lot of money, but he's still on his rookie deal, right? So, like, imagine what he's going to make when he becomes like eligible for that big first big league contract and everything.
I'm just using him as an
And
example, but
no, yeah, but I don't think I thought about it quite that way and like really. But yeah, you make a good point because I mean, like, who wants to pay people to basically do nothing, especially what some of these guys are making? Are you serious? So I mean, like, do I think like haha on the owners for having to pay these dudes all that money? Yeah, but that's a great point, Sal. I didn't think about it like that because you're still going to have to pay the people regardless. And if you're the owners or the GMs, you're just like, well, I don't want to pay this guy to do nothing, especially if it's like a year rental. For some of these trades, like I'm not going to trade this dude for like the last year of his contract just for him to not play and then have to have him go somewhere else. That doesn't make any sense. I remember what I was going to say. I also heard that Milwaukee was in on Scooble as well. I don't know exactly who they would give up that would compare to the Dodgers offer for the Tigers, but that would be fun watching Mizrowski and Scooble back to back. That would be ridiculous.
Well, let's say Scooble goes to the Dodgers, right? Like, who do they give up? What's been the hypothetical projections if anybody's seen or if they came up? Because here's the thing, like the Dodgers farm system could be really good, but you're not giving up farm players for Scooble. Like, are you giving up Mookie? Are you giving up Freddie? Are you giving like who are you giving up in that trade that's going back to Detroit?
As crazy as this might sound, Sal, I don't think Detroit would want Mookie or Freddie, considering they're in their 30s. Freddie is in mid to late 30s. Mookie's not terribly far behind. If Detroit's going to trade Scooble, in my opinion, that means they want to rebuild. I could be wrong, but they want to, start young, and those two
Yeah, but
are
if you
not young.
think about like this is why I think the MLB needs the reset and the lockout because like look at the NFL. Like when you trade a player, like let's talk about the Jared Verse trade with Miles Garrett, right? Like people may not say that's even because you just got like Jared Verse isn't no slouch of a defensive player
Yeah,
either,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So
I get
like
what you're
most
saying.
all of these other sports really mitigate for the most part your trade value. Where the MLB is so screwy, people get bent because there's nothing in place to protect the team that's that's giving up the player. Like if I'm the Tigers, I'm trading him to a team where I can get two guys that are well known. Like if I'm trading him to the Cubs, I'm getting Pete Crow Armstrong. No questions asked. That's the guy I'm going after because that's the value proposition. Like in my eyes, like if you're going to trade Josh Allen, you're not trading Josh Allen for like, two guys and a first round pick. You're trading Josh Allen for like if he's going to go to the Raiders, you're trading him for Austin Gentry, for Mendoza and two first round picks. Like you're trading it maybe more. I don't know, but that's where I think the MLB is like really like there's a lot of flaws in it right now because there's no protection for the team that's losing the player. The MLB farm systems and drafts, in my opinion, are so far removed. You don't know when those guys are going to come up or if they will come up. So now you lose Scooble, and let's say you get four guys in the farm system and they never play in the MLB. Is that worth it? No, it's not.
Yeah, and
That's
so
really
I think the way that I've viewed what baseball is going toward is almost like that NBA style of trade kind of deal. Like they're going for quantity over quality almost. Like granted you can get like your NBA ready or your MLB ready player or like that I wouldn't say polarizing player because there does have to be some sort of MLB ready talent in a trade for Scooble, if not a borderline all-star for Scooble, right? And so but I think the MLB now is more transitioning because the draft is so expansive and there's so many layers to minor league baseball just to get to the pros. I almost wonder if it would take something like a quantity over quality. Like let's just say for example, it's let's just say, for example, it's the Dodgers. Off the top of my head, you would go probably. This is what I was thinking: Blake Snell, Teoscar Hernandez, and like 3 or 4 picks, maybe even more. And then we compare. And I know like you're not getting the polarizing all-star, one of the best pitchers in baseball. You're getting Teoscar Hernandez, who can at least hit you 25 homers a year, at least. You get Blake Snell, although he's in the back half of his career, not too far removed from a Cy Young candidacy. And you get 3 or 4 minor league draft picks, which I don't really know the situation in Tigers camp and in Tigers minor league system. I know they have Max Clark. They just called him up. But other than that, the pipeline, I can't imagine. Teams are always going to look for talent in the minor leagues, and most importantly, more than likely, pitching talent, because everybody needs relievers, everybody needs catchers, right? So I'm wondering if Detroit would take that aspect where you get 2 or 3 like really good above average MLB players and then just a shitload of back end draft picks and minor league talent just to have some sort of quantity over quality type of trade.
I just don't see the point in trading draft picks in the MLB. Like every other sport, like the NFL, obviously, I think the NFL is the number one most valuable for draft picks. NBA, I would say, is more. NHL, I would say, is more. I don't see the point in trading draft picks for the MLB because there's so many rounds. Like realistically, if you don't have a top 5 pick in the MLB draft, maybe top 10, like what's the point? And even that, even if you are a top 10 pick, you're not even guaranteed to go straight to the majors or anything.
I agree with you 100% because you let's say for example you get like a top you're drafted top 30,
Yeah.
right? That's a fucking accomplishment because of how many rounds there are, right?
Yeah.
Like you're one of the 30 best baseball players of that draft class. That is impressive as fuck. I'm going to be honest with you. Probably 20 of those 30s aren't sniffing the bigs for at least 5 to 8 years, maybe even ever, because you can fly through single A ball, double A ball. You hit triple A ball. That's pro ball. Like that's as close as you're gonna get to being in the MLB. Besides going overseas, you know how many people are in triple A baseball that have been stuck in triple A baseball? You know how many dudes, for example, in the G League? There are so many dudes that are just career G League people.
Yeah.
And what you were saying about the NFL, like why those draft picks are so valuable, because NFL careers are so short compared to every other sport, right? Like you'd be lucky to get 5 good years, 3 to 5 really good years out of some guys, depending on the position. So I don't know. I do get what you're saying, Joey, but do we think like some of these GMs and their math when it comes to analytics and everything like that? I mean, who knows? Like some of the trades that we see happen in real life, you can't even do on fucking Madden or like 2K and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense, and it happens in real life. So I think it just depends on where the organization's at, especially with like the low A to the minor league baseball talent, if they can develop those players, and honestly, if they're just willing to bunt for now, wait till the lockout, and then go. So I don't know. He is obviously the most polarizing person in this whole situation. Um, it's gonna be fucking fireworks to see what happens this weekend because I don't think he's a Tiger on Monday.
I also think the MLB has to really, really be careful because unlike any of the other sports, and I would say basketball is the maybe second most comparable in this category, the MLB has to be really, really careful because they are losing a ton of fans due to the way that the structure of the league is built, which is why again they need this CBA because if Scooble goes to the Dodgers,
That's
nobody is
ridiculous.
watching baseball. Nobody is
I'm
watching.
not playing. I'm not watching.
Like I don't even watch the Yankees. Like I wouldn't even consider myself a diehard Yankees fan anymore from not living in New York anymore. Like I follow them, but I'm by no means like sitting in front of the TV screaming 108, 162 games a year at the Yankees. Like I'm just not. I've just lost interest in the game because the competition is not there, which is why I think hockey and football have really taken over in America. And I would say hockey's leaped the NBA at this point, which probably was number two for a while. But there's just so much like turnover and so much creativity that I really think those are the top two sports. Like I don't think people tune into the NBA as much as they used to, in my opinion. I'd rather watch college hoops. But like you still look at teams in the NBA, probably six of the eight teams in the playoffs right now in the East. 100%.
Yes, but you don't know who's gonna win. And I think, I mean,
Right.
obviously,
But
I,
like
I
if you think of the NFL, right? There's eight teams or seven teams in the playoffs now, whatever, right? Or right, is it seven in each conference, I think?
I think
First
so.
Yeah,
round.
seven. Yeah,
Yeah.
seven. But
Yeah,
like
this one by.
this for the last 25 years, five of the seven, there's almost like a 70 to 90% turnover ratio every year of the teams in the NFL that are in the playoffs. You have your teams that are consistent, but almost every year there's turnover, which is why it's engaging to fans because you never know. Like, yes, probably the Rams are going to be in, or maybe the Bills or the Chiefs, but like maybe there's one year where the Bills don't make it and somebody else does, right? Or so like that's why I think the MLB has to be so careful with what they're doing right now because they are going to lose. They're going to lose more fans than they already have. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know you all are baseball diehards, and I get it. And like that's your, Chris and Greg, that's probably both of your number one sports, from a fan perspective and knowledge. But like I think they've lost a lot of fans due to what they've been allowing the league to convey with.
I would agree with that part, with the
I
losing
100% agree.
part. Yeah, I agree with that, no doubt.
I still think I agree with that part, and especially this year alone, I don't think I've watched a Met game in probably 3 months, given it obviously is because they're
Understandable.
dog
Understandable.
shit right now. So yeah, that plays a big part. But realistically, like even if they were, let's say, leading the NL East right now, it's like, great, we're going to the postseason. To what, lose to the Dodgers? Like that's the inevitable. That's gonna happen eventually. Can the Dodgers lose? Absolutely. They realistically should have lost the World Series last year to Toronto. Toronto
Absolutely.
realistically should have won the World Series. It's possible. Anything's possible. At the end of the day, you never know what's going to happen. But there's a 99% chance that they will go and win the World Series yet again this year. I want to go back to the other thing you said, though, because I love hockey. I love basketball. I still think the NBA is number two in the US right now. I think the NBA has more viewership. I think hockey gets a boost, obviously, from the Canadian teams. Yes, NBA, you have Toronto, but the NHL, you have what, five or six Canadian teams, something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you get a big boost from that. But US alone, I still think the NBA would be number two. But I think hockey is creeping up a lot faster and a lot closer than what people really do think.
And I think to your point on that, Joey, with like I think basketball for young kids and everything is so much. I don't want to say more obtainable than hockey is because I know a ton of kids that grew up playing like pee wee hockey and shit like that. But I feel like you see it more like via social media. The games are on all the fucking time, right? And I think hockey is creeping in there because there's more of a national broadcasting of it, like with TNT, especially the playoffs, and everything like that. But basketball has been a national thing forever. You have Christmas Day, you have all of these basketball events. All-Star Weekend used to be cool. Now it's not, but it used to be dope, right? And so, but I think a lot more of middle school age kids are playing basketball more than pee wee hockey, if that makes sense.
I also think it matters where you are in the country, right? You go down
Yeah.
to Georgia or Florida,
You ain't
you're,
playing Pee Wee hockey, bro.
you're gonna find a lot more basketball players than hockey
Yeah.
players. Like it all matters where you are in the
But
country.
But to your point on that, though, there are a lot of hockey teams that are in areas that were not prominent before. I mean,
Yes.
Georgia alone has four other minor league teams, and they don't have a professional team there, right?
Yes.
Florida has professional plus the Everblades and the Solar Bears, and
Recent Stanley Cup
like
winning hockey
correct. So that's
team,
what I'm saying.
right?
Like
Yeah.
that's your point, Joey. I do think that those are still the basketball is probably football are still the prominent sports, especially in SEC country. But like, it's not that hockey's not around. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
hockey is
yeah, yeah.
probably in all 50 states at this point. Maybe not Hawaii, but like they are in most of the states where there's some level of hockey. You know
Yes.
that there's a presence. But yeah, I mean, I just think the MLB's fourth for sure at this point.
Yeah.
Well, hey, can I just say one thing I've been just trying to say for a while? But uh, in all honesty, though, too, like one thing to think about too when it comes to like kids playing hockey versus basketball is just thinking about how much more attainable and easy it is to play basketball than play hockey, right? Like there's any park you go to, there's basketball hoops. Basketballs are not that expensive to buy. I mean, for cheap ones, obviously, but like you got to go to a hockey rink. Hockey rinks are not as
Hockey gear
easy to
is
come by.
so fucking
Hockey's
expensive.
an expensive
Oh my
sport.
god.
Basketball, you need a basketball. You need a basketball, and you need to find a place to play. Like it's much easier, in my opinion, to find that, right? Like especially if you're someone who is I guess it's not obviously common, I guess, but like if you're someone who is banking on playing on an outside like frozen lake or whatever it is, like it's you need a lot of natural settings for this to work out. If you're a hockey player too, like basketball, like I said, you can play anywhere you want, easy, and it's all over the place. So my two cents.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And
You
especially like
make a good point.
the frozen lake part, it's like what Minnesota, Michigan, like that section of the country
Canada.
is where you're getting that. Like
New
you're not
Hampshire has some frozen lakes.
well, yeah, and I kind of
Yeah,
like
not in the summer they don't.
I kind of think about it almost as like Miracle on Ice, right? Like you had Boston, you had the University of Minnesota, like those were the two. So I think it's like that upper region and that this northeast region, I still think are just dominant when it comes to hockey. To where you go outside of those regions, you're getting more basketball.
Kind of reminds me of baseball with college, right? Like the teams down south, LSU, all them, Vanderbilt,
Because you
dominate
play all
baseball.
year round.
Yeah.
You play
That's
all
my
year
point.
round.
That's
That's
what
the
I'm trying
same
to say.
same thing with
Minnesota's
college
saying.
football too.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
SEC,
You get the
baby.
best team in New Hampshire playing the best team in Texas for football. Good luck. Have fun.
you probably have
Be
you probably have
really bad.
Texas high school
UNH would
teams.
get fucking
I was gonna say
walloped.
It would
UNH
be
is
really bad.
they're
Not good.
they're more known for their hockey than anything.
You could probably have
Which
the number one high school
and
team
guess where
compete
they
with
are
them.
in the Northeast?
Watch your
So
tongue, Joey.
Dude, high school football
Uh,
in Texas is like
oh
the
no, no,
NFL.
I was absolutely like I've been on
Like,
the field. I got media access. I shot one of the games at UNH. Don't get me wrong; these dudes are like they're athletes,
it's
dog.
Division
But
they're
One,
not beating
yes.
some Texas teams.
it's your Division One athlete. But
Yes.
I mean, I've never been on the sideline of an SEC football game.
Different level.
It's
Yeah.
it's a different beast. It's a different beast.
It's just an easy bet to say that UNH will not be in the college playoff anytime soon.
Well, we
Like,
haven't seen them there,
No,
have we?
like
no.
it's just like
I also
Stony
do
Brook. Stony
think
Brook's not
Hey,
playing in there.
let's agree though. If UNH goes to the playoffs, we all go together.
Oh,
Dude,
I'm going.
if
I'm going.
UNH makes the college football playoff, I will get
We're
their
going.
logo tattooed on my back. Okay, like
You heard it. You heard it.
you heard it here first.
You heard it.
You literally heard it here first.
On your ass. On your ass. Here you
If
go.
they win the national championship, I'll get it on my forehead.
Oh my god, dude.
Like,
I mean
Work would be would be canceled for a month. School's out a
God.
whole month early.
I
Oh
do.
my God.
I will go to sleep fine every night with this bet in place because I have nothing to worry about.
You,
I mean, he's
I
right.
love
He
my
is right, Chris.
Wildcats. I
You
love
know.
my Wildcats. Fuck. It's tough out here.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you're a Jets fan.
No,
Could
I don't have
UNH
to do.
beat the
Fuck no.
Jets?
No, no. And I hate, honestly, I don't like when people like, let's say the Browns are 0-12. Can Alabama beat the Browns? No. At the
No,
end of the
I
day,
don't.
this is still, yes, it's a top college program,
These
but at
guys
the
were
end of the
drafted from the
day,
best
it's the
teams in the world.
NFL versus college kids. Like, no college
Boys and
team,
men. It's
yes,
literally boys and men. Yeah.
no college team is beating any NFL team.
I
No.
would I would argue that most college teams would not beat their respective pro team. Like the only one where I think it maybe comes close is potentially hockey, just because there's a lot of players that don't go pro that are still good enough. Like I don't think like a Vanderbilt baseball team's beating the Yankees. You know what I mean? I don't think you know a St. John's is beating the Knicks. You know what I mean? Like I think you could say it for most sports, and if not all. Like any college team is not beating the pro team in their respective genre.
I would say for all sports, without a doubt.
Mhm. Yeah.
I would say baseball might be the toughest in the sense, like if you get a one good pitcher to like shove. But again, I say tough, like in a sense, like I don't think it's
Yeah, but
gonna
even if
happen.
you're playing like the worst team in the MLB, their top pitcher is throwing 100, probably at least 90 plus.
Very lightly. If it's ace
Most,
versus ace, yes,
but yeah. So
you're
like,
right.
if there was a one-off game where even if it's whoever's the worst team in the MLB right now,
Yeah. The Pirates. Are the
okay, yeah,
Pirates that bad?
yeah.
Like you want Paul
No.
Skeens?
Let's just see even if you played
Well,
the
but that's what I'm saying. Like Paul Skeens LSU
yeah.
maybe had a shot
No,
because
see that I was actually I'm so happy you brought that up because I was literally just gonna say this. Go back to when LSU won the national championship when Paul Skeens was there. They're still not touching an MLB team. Paul Skeens is gonna be he's gonna have a good game, but
it's the
the
offense.
lineup.
It's the
Yeah,
offense. Yeah.
you gotta hit the A.
Exactly.
Like if
That's
you're
fair.
playing, let's say they're playing the A's ace is still gonna be better than what they've ever seen before.
Yes.
Likely, very likely. Yep.
Yes.
You know,
It's like when you hear it all the time when like if college team like if Duke can beat like the best like NBA team. I'm just like no,
I'm
dude.
saying, like,
Like
no.
NBA I think is the most like obvious one of those because there's dudes that are like five guys deep on that bench that can go to any fucking college, Division 1 college, and can go to any
Undefeated.
rec league and give you 50.
Yeah.
Like it's not even close. There's a reason why they're on the team. They don't play every night, but don't get it twisted. At one point, that dude was dropping 50 on like every single fucking game.
correct. And there's still, like to your point, Chris. Like even if they're not playing there, they'd be a starting five on a different team in a Division 1. Like if you're at Duke, you're probably starting at Syracuse or Virginia if you're on the bench. You know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah.
Yeah.
starting five at a
Oh
ACC,
God, yeah.
you know, or like a lower tier D1 school, not
Mhm.
mid major necessarily, but like a low like
I
a
mean,
Indy or Wake Forest or something like that.
yeah. Like you got to think that you got to be as much as like we hear about these guys like oh this guy's an amazing player. Getting to that level of any sport is just so ridiculously difficult. I don't care if it's baseball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, and any sport. Like getting to that level of even just being a college athlete. Never mind Division 1 even at that point, right? Like you've got to be incredible, and then to think that you got to be a potentially a Division 1 athlete, right? Like
You
for
have
any
to be
sport
the
you do.
best of the best players in the world to just make it to the best level.
Yeah.
Like
And then you
that
got
is
to,
insane.
yeah, and the best level in college is Division 1, and then you got to be the best of the best of that level to have a shot at
And then you
being
got
a
to be
professional.
even better than that to start.
Yeah.
And
So
then you will think about sports like baseball. You get drafted great from college, then you got to go from one league to the other to the next. It's being a professional athlete, as fun as it sounds, is one of the toughest things to
and
do. Especially,
baseball and hockey probably have the biggest comparison, Greg, to your point, because like you could get drafted, and unless to Joey's point earlier, unless you're probably a first round draft pick in the NHL, you're living in the East and probably in the coast or the AHL. And there's some players that have the talent in the AHL that just will stay there for 20 years because the guy in their position in the league is 10 times better. But that guy's still a 60-point guy in the AHL.
Mhm.
There's some guys that get drafted that just stay in the coast their whole life and then have another job when the season's over because you're only getting paid however much a year. Like so,
That's some shitty thing to do.
but it is. I mean, you think about the baseball too. Like a lot of those guys have other jobs because they have to. Like you're playing AAA ball, you're probably making, depending on where you're living, 50 to 65 a year, maybe a little bit more, depending on
No, you're
the
right.
program you're in. If you're living in New York, you ain't doing that. You
Yeah.
ain't just getting that.
Yeah.
Fun
It's
times.
ridiculous.
We did not really talk about anything that we covered, but this was a lot better of a conversation, probably than what we brought.
You know what though? It flowed.
It did. And
It flowed, son.
well, I got nothing else. If anybody else has anything else they want to bring up,
Football season, baby.
I do want
It's
to say one
coming.
thing that I don't know if it was yesterday or today. Sometime in the recent hours, days, whatever, Deion Dawkins, the Bills' offensive lineman, and CJ Gardner-Johnson, the Bills' new safety corner, wherever he's playing, went on a live. I think it was Instagram Live, and they used this live as a recruitment video to bring Diggs home. So I
Oh,
I don't know. I watched clips of it. I've seen everything. And basically from what Dion was saying, it was like, don't sign with Washington, don't sign with the Commanders, like come home to Buffalo, blah. And they said a lot more. But I haven't even seen reports of him being linked to Washington.
isn't he still on New England?
He's a free agent.
no, we know we did we cut him?
I thought it was just
Or
like
was it just the end of the 1 year deal? I don't
yeah.
remember which one it
He
was.
right
But it
now
was because
he's
of the legal shit, so I'm just like, just bring him back, bro. Come on, please. Like
who knows if he'd want to go back. Like, and
I
I
think
don't
he had
mean
a,
that
I
as
think he
like
had a good
I don't
at
know that
least
he
a good
wants to go
time
back
last
to
year.
Buffalo, though.
I agree. I would 100% agree with that. I think he wants to go to a team that he would be that star number one. With the Patriots, you're not getting that because now they have AJ Brown. Even with Buffalo, like, yeah, he's probably better than DJ Moore, but he's still sharing those targets with DJ Moore and everything. And then even Washington, you got Terry McLaurin there. You're still not like,
And
I don't
Deebo.
know. Is Deebo still there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Like, I
Do
could honestly see him if I had to make a bold guess of where he will be playing next year if he signs anywhere. There's a chance that he doesn't. Who knows? Anything could happen. I could actually see him being like a Raider.
I was gonna say that, but I
Ooh.
thinking, what about a Panther? Like you got,
Didn't the Panthers just lose their rookie wideout too?
well, they
He
have, yeah,
tore
Yeah,
his
they,
but
ACL.
they have Tet, they have Coker.
Hmm.
And I feel like there's someone else I'm missing too. But I mean that wouldn't be bad either. That would be a good signing. Or like one of those teams like I could see like the Panthers, the Raiders, the Titans,
the
but like
Ravens.
The Ravens are, and I think the Ravens would probably have the edge because at the end of the day, he still wants a chance to win.
Do you
Yeah,
think
He's not looking for a rebuild.
no.
do you think he I mean, this could be an ignorant question because obviously I'm not a professional athlete. Do you actually think that he is looking for? Do you think he's just looking for somewhere to play at the moment, or do you actually
No.
think he's going to go out and try to be a number one somewhere?
I would assume that there's been at least one team to reach out to him.
But it's gonna be tough because there's a lot
He
of
hasn't been like a number one. Like I'm not saying that he did great things for us last year, and I did not expect to get that much production out of him, especially coming off the ACL at that point of his career. But like with a team like New England, who seemingly just spread the ball around fucking everywhere, like I don't really know. I mean, he was probably your most talented receiver last year, career wise, and just he's Stefon fucking Diggs. But I don't know if you would consider him like a true number one in last year's team
I don't think
because
he's been a
of
number one since he was with Buffalo.
yeah, no, and
Well, I mean, he
I
was the one in Minnesota
and
before he got traded.
But I know, but that was
Yeah,
before
yeah,
Buffalo.
yeah.
was he the
Like
one
when he
in
went to Houston,
Houston?
no, Nico Collins.
Nico Collins. Yeah, okay,
Like
gotcha.
and Tank Dell, that Tank Dell's rookie year, he had a great rookie year before he got hurt. Like he was arguably maybe the number three there.
I also think there's not a lot of teams though that need a number one that are there to be that are at the Super Bowl window. Like you're not going, there's teams that are in the Super Bowl bubble, or there's teams that are in a playoff bubble. But like if he wants to go give his best chance to win a Super Bowl this year, if he's got one more year, there's zero teams that need a number one receiver.
Yeah, I agree. He would
Zero.
if he wants to play for a contender, he's not gonna be your number one guy.
He might not even be the
Like if
number
you were going
two.
to Rams or something, like they
You're
obviously
not even
have
the
fucking
two. You're not
Devontae
even the
Adams.
two.
If he goes to the Rams, he's like the four.
Yeah. If you go to Seattle, you're like the four or the
Yeah.
three. I
Like
mean,
even Baltimore, he's going.
What about the
let's say-
Chargers? No, you'd be a 3 in
Well,
LA, right?
you could be a two with the Chargers because they have McConkey, but
They also have
and they brought Keenan Allen back, but he's
they have Quentin Johnston.
Yeah.
You have they just got Njoku.
I mean, the Chargers is kind of interesting for though if I was him.
I could
Like,
see the
that would be a
Ravens
place.
happening. I could see
I
him
could
playing
see
with
the
them all.
Ravens happening, yeah.
But he's still the two. I still think maybe not talent wise, like maybe he's better talent wise, but I think start of the season with the connection they've already built, you still have Zay Flowers as the one.
You know where I can see that he could go, that he would be the number one right away? Jacksonville or Indy. And they're there. Like Jacksonville's not, I would say neither team is like Super Bowl contenders, but you add him to either of those teams, you're automatically the best offense in the division.
Do you think Diggs is better than Pittman? Oh no, wait,
Pittman's
is
not
Pittman
there.
on the Colts?
Pittman's on
He's
the
not there.
Steelers now.
Who did they
The
just
Colts-
pay? They just paid a
Alec
shitload of money to
Pierce.
some.
Alec Pierce, who's not the number one.
And the Jaguars.
I know, but
The Jaguars got Jacoby Myers.
But the Jaguars have also talked about moving Hunter to full-time defensive back, which I think he's better at anyway than wide receiver.
Yes.
So now that opens up a spot there on the offense where you're not sharing because Diggs doesn't like to share.
Yes.
So
You have Jacoby Myers and Parker Washington.
the other team that's interesting, I could see where he was not the number one if they were a little bit better and there was a better structure around them.
Sorry to interrupt, but we were just talking about it. Deebo Samuel is going back to the 49ers.
like just happened.
Just signed a 1-year deal.
Oh shit!
I was going to say too that Arizona would be a really good place for Diggs, even though they have Marvin Harrison, but they have
Marvin Harrison's not even their number one. Hot take. He's not their number one receiver.
I'm just saying, like from a weapons standpoint now on the offense, they just have no quarterback.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to turn out with Brissett, but then even without him, they got Carson Beck. You don't know what he's going to be. But Arizona would be a great place for him because you have McBride, you got Jeremiah Love now, and you have Harrison, and you put Diggs. I mean,
Michael Wilson.
And if you get somebody that can throw them the ball, it's not a bad gig.
I would argue Michael Wilson is their number one receiver. I think he's been more consistent and put up. He's just been better as of now than Marvin Harrison Jr. But Deebo signs a 1-year, $7 million deal to reunite with the 49ers.
That was going to be my other. I was going to say he can go there too. He wouldn't be the number one.
No, but like we're saying though, like I don't think wherever he signs, because again, I think he wants to win. I think he wants to be a contender. I don't think you're going to see him signing with a team where he's going to be the number one.
There's not a lot of teams that, if he wants to be a number one, there's not a lot of teams that are contending right now, or that even if he goes there to be the number one, become a contender.
Yes.
They're just, his Super Bowl window and his career is gone if he wants to be a number one. If he's fine with being a number two and go be like Devontae Adams or like Cooper Kupp this year, like he clearly wasn't the number one. He's probably the 2 or 3 in Seattle and win a ring and be okay with getting half the catches, half the attention. You could go to 17 teams and do
And I
that.
think that's the role that he would almost have to go into.
And maybe his agent at some point goes, yeah, if you want to win a ring in your career, these are the teams you got to go to and that are willing to take you.
Yeah,
And I don't think it's a repeat team for him at this point because him leaving Buffalo was worse for the organization than it was for him. If I'm the Bills, I don't want him back. Like I don't want him back. What does he do? What does he do for you? He's not the same guy he was 5 years ago when he played.
agreed. I think that he immediately improves the wide receiver room.
I don't disagree with that.
Do you
I
think there's too much like drama there though? Too much outside noise and
If
distraction from
if
that?
I'm being honest, and I'm counting myself in this, I am one of them. I think the fans are more dramatic about the situation than the actual organization and Diggs himself are.
That's
I
with
And
anything though, I
I'm
think.
one of those fans because we've talked about it last season when Diggs was on the Patriots and I was basically like, fuck this guy. Like I like thank you for everything you did for Buffalo, but now you basically don't exist. Like, but at the end of the day, if he were to re-sign with Buffalo tomorrow, would I be happy? Absolutely. He
I
immediately
also
improves that wide receiver room.
I also think the thing with Buffalo this year, you have to see how the Brady Allen thing plays out
Yeah,
because I think there's a lot of pressure for Joe Brady to be
absolutely.
successful immediately because Buffalo for so long had the chance to be there and do it
Hmm.
with a defensive coach, and everyone was like, "We want an offensive guy," and you don't look anywhere else. You go internally, and this is the guy Josh wanted. If they fail, there's going to be heads rolling in Buffalo. If
Absolutely.
Buffalo doesn't make the playoffs this year and doesn't play well with the talent that they have, and they give him another shot next year, and they miss the playoffs 2 consecutive times for the first time in 6 seasons, the Brady the Brady experiment is over.
Oh yeah.
It
And
should have been
we
over.
would probably go viral
I
from that
wouldn't have
reaction.
hired Joe Brady. I would
Yeah,
not. I
no,
said it
it
last
should
Me
it
year.
too.
should it should have never
I
happened.
I
agree.
said that on the podcast last year. I was like, I think that was the worst hire of this cycle. I really
I
do.
think every time we talked NFL last year, I shit on him every
I
single
think
episode.
I think you wanted him fired more than McDermott
Yes,
halfway during the
and
season.
I wanted Brandon Bean, our GM, gone too. And
And I
everybody that
also
asks me this, I always say I don't like the hiring, but at the same time, I hope they prove me wrong because you obviously want to see your team win. So I
yeah,
hope they prove me wrong.
but at the same token, there's a fine line with Buffalo right now because you're still in a win now window with the
Yeah,
talent that you have, but that ain't going to be there forever.
I
You're,
agree.
I mean, and there's coaches in the league that I think could have been a better, and we'll just have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out. I mean, I hope it's successful for them, but if they have a really bad year, there is going to be a lot of eyes on Buffalo
I
because the
agree.
NFL, Buffalo has became like one of the upper echelons of the NFL, and rightfully so. They've deserved to be there with the success they've had over the last several seasons. But real quickly, the media turns
Yeah,
and it'll be like, what the fuck's going on in Buffalo? And it's
I
like,
agree.
well, guess what? Their OC who can't win a game when it matters and call the right play is now their head coach. That's a recipe for disaster.
I agree. I didn't like the signing from the day it happened. And I hope in a few months we're talking about this and I'm sitting here being like, "Oh my God, this is the best hire ever. He's the best coach that's ever coached the game of football." Like I that's I hope that's
You
the
may say
outcome. I
that.
hope he makes me words.
Probably not, but you
Probably
may.
not. Yes, most likely not. Ian Rappaport, though, just tweeted with Deebo Samuel signing, Stefon Diggs and Keenan Allen remain as the decorated vets that have still yet to sign.
Okay, so Keenan isn't, I guess, with
Yes,
LA
so
anymore.
Keenan is also a free agent.
Yeah, but like, and this is again to my point I've made 2 episodes ago. I think when you're not wanted as a player, like, let's just call it good. Like, what else do either of those guys have to prove? They haven't won
Yeah,
a
but
ring.
you were talking about LeBron, and there were a ton of teams that wanted LeBron.
I understand that. I did talk about LeBron. You're right, but I'm just saying in general. My point, from a generalized statement, I think can still stand because at some point or another, like you just have to call it good. You got to call it. Like nobody wants to walk away from their job. We're all going to retire one day, and then we're all going to work at like Home Depot because we can't. We got to work and do something. But like you got to
Greg, you
retire.
working at Home Depot, dude?
Greg's not working at Home Depot. Greg's gonna just like go own the new YMCA wherever he's living. That's like his dream.
Damn right.
It's gonna be the Deeger YMCA. That's what it's gonna be
Nope,
called.
nope. That's the Christian Association. I'm Jewish.
All right, well then you can make it a temple. I don't care.
Oi.
Oh man.
How about them Jets, Greg?
Greg looks
How
tired,
about?
so I think like Greg.
No,
Go.
I'm
I
not
think
tired. I'm mad, actually. To be honest with you, you want the realistic answer? Because what I wanted to talk about, I haven't been able to because you guys wouldn't shut the fuck up.
what do you want to talk about, Greg?
Fucking, you mentioned it a second ago, LeBron.
Okay,
What the
so
fuck is that shit about?
talk about him then. Go ahead.
Why?
Wait, what do you
What?
mean?
You going to fucking Philly, Chris? Do you like that shit?
No, I don't like.
Okay.
Why?
Neither
Why
do
would I like
I.
that?
Okay, Joey, do you like that shit?
Guy can't win without a super team.
Sal, you like that shit? Okay, pleading the fifth.
Is he
Fuck you.
gone? Is Sal
I hate
gone?
this shit.
I think Sal's
Fuck
frozen.
off. I think he's frozen. You know what, Sal? I'll speak for you. Fuck LeBron. No, but in all honesty, bro, like it makes sense for him, but I hate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
I just wanted to
it's a
speak.
good move for him.
I was starting to get red as you guys kept fucking talking about football because I have not been following. I'm not mad at you guys. I just haven't been following it for a while. So like, I was like, God, I really we haven't talked about him, but like, Philly's gonna be a good ass team.
They are going to be good.
No, bye, Sal.
Yeah, Sal said his laptop died. So,
That's
At
fine.
75%, like what is happening,
but
Love you,
I
Sal,
bro?
but bye.
it's gonna be it's a good fit. Obviously, their starting five is ridiculous now.
Is
There's
it though? Is it a good fit though? I don't know, man.
I think I
yes.
still stand by Cleveland being the best fit.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
D Wade guy like in
They're still
dominant.
not winning the ship. Like they're still
No,
not winning
God
the
no.
ship.
It's coming out of
But
the West, I think.
that starting five it's good. It's very good.
Healthy.
Yes, and that's the biggest thing.
Tis the
So
fucking
like,
season, boys.
yeah, like here's the thing though. LeBron's gonna be 42 in December. He is really starting to get up. I know he spends millions on his body, but Father Time is legitimately undefeated with any person or any being in the history of time. You know, so it's going to be interesting because, right, like I don't think Philly is in a they're not. It's not a long-term commitment in the sense that like LeBron's not going to be there for a long time.
No, it's 2 year
You
deal.
know, I think if he wins the chip, he's out no matter what.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna win.
Well, if they do in the first year,
I think he opts out anyways and just calls it a career in Cleveland.
Apparently, he said this
no,
is his last decision.
I don't think so either. Yeah, he's not going to Cleveland.
He should. I think he should, and that's where he
I
should
think he
retire.
should. He should. I think he should. I would have rather of him went there or Golden
Yes.
State.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that.
I just wanted to see him with Steph, but then again, it's not like it's prime either one of them at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Sal thought he should
so
have retired after the second Cleveland stint. So
no, he's legit. He has legit had a Hall of Fame career after that second Cleveland stint. He's had like quite literally 3 Hall of Fame careers. Like I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Is he the blank?
You're about to piss a lot of people off.
Is he the blank? I'm asking you. Is he the blank?
No,
No,
Joey says no.
no.
Chris?
no. I think he's a better athlete than Jordan was. Like physically gifted than Jordan was. But I think if you look at what's really important, where it's just like if I'm gonna give the rock to somebody and he's gonna go out there and win me fucking 70 fucking games and bring home a championship, it's Michael Jordan. And I don't think it's particularly close. Like I'm not saying LeBron is not in that conversation. He's in the conversation for a reason, right?
He's two.
Like
That.
he is a ridiculously gifted athlete, and like I said, like do I think LeBron is the better athlete on the floor? Yes. But do I think Jordan is just the better pure hoops dog that you want on your team in the final? Like, if come down to the playoffs, who you taking, LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
It's Jordan.
But
It's Jordan, and it's not close. I don't think it's close.
So, in all honesty, and I don't hate your takes either, right? But here's where I get pissed off though, and this is not you two, obviously, but some people fucking have, you know, they're like they leave LeBron for like top 10 or top 15. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And they put like Kobe as their number two. And I'm gonna say it right now. I don't care if anyone hates me. I'm gonna say it to everyone. Kobe to me is a fringe top 10 player. I might have
Wow.
Duncan over him, and that's not as crazy. But I think Kobe he's obviously an all time great, but to me, he's not in that top 5 at all. No,
You just made a
bro.
lot of people mad.
Magic LeBron, or I'm sorry, Magic LeBron, Jordan LeBron, whatever you want to do there with that. My third is Kareem. Fourth is Magic. I have Shaq over him. I think. Larry's over Kobe, in my opinion.
Are you putting Wilt out of your top 5, big dog?
Yes, he played plumbers. Then Bill, yeah, but
So did
Bill Russell, yeah.
Kareem half the fucking time.
No, that's not true.
In Milwaukee? Yes, he did.
Decade and a half later, no. And then he fucking also had another Hall of Fame career with the Showtime Lakers. All right, what's your top 5? Go.
Oh, well, Jordan Braun.
Okay.
I go Kareem.
But I thought he played plumbers.
I go, yeah, but no, but here's the thing. Here's the difference. You didn't even put fucking Wilt in the top 5. I was about to go Wilt. You didn't put Wilt in the top 5.
You have Wilt over Magic?
Yes. I have Wilt Chamberlain over fucking Magic
individual
Johnson.
success? Okay, fine.
I mean, what else do we talk about at that point?
Then where's your boy Bill Russell?
I mean, I think Wilt
His stats
Chamberlain.
weren't great,
I
but he
think
won all
Wilt
the games.
Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are better players than Bill Russell was. I think Bill Russell had a dynasty around him.
He did.
For the time frame, yeah. But you would you let me put it to you this way: who are you starting a team with, Wilt Chamberlain or fucking Bill Russell? Doesn't matter the era.
Honestly, bro,
If you
I have to
say
get
Bill
back to you on
Russell,
that. I
I'm
have to get
gonna
back to
punch
you on
you
that.
in
I
the
don't know the
face,
answer.
dog.
I don't know the answer. I don't know.
You don't know the answer? It's
No,
Wilt.
I
He
don't.
averaged
You know
fucking
why?
50
You know
points
why?
a game.
Well, here's why. You ready? Who the fuck's around me in that team? If I got fucking, Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant as scorers, then I'm taking Bill Russell. If I got bums who can't score, give me Wilt. It's simple as that. Like in all honesty, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Wilt and Bill Russell get fucking smoked in any era after the '90s, and you know that too. Shaq against those two, have a nice day. Yep. Keep staring away, Chris. I don't care. Huh? What do you think?
Wait, what did you just say? Did you just say Shaq gets
No, I
smoked?
said the opposite.
Oh,
I
okay.
said you put
Okay.
Wilt anything past the 90s, and Wilton and Bill get slacked by Shaq.
Well,
Or
anybody's
someone
getting
like that.
smacked by Shaq. Are you kidding me?
You think they're guarding Wemby or Jokic? Fuck no.
I think Wilt could guard Wemby. I think Wilt could guard Wemby.
Joey, please help me, or I'm gonna
I
fucking,
don't know.
or I'm getting a knife to my throat.
Dude. That's not that unattainable. I think 100% Wilt Chamberlain can guard Wembanyama.
No, if you said Bill Russell could, I would say yes. Wilt's defense was nothing to behold of. No,
Are you high?
He had rebounds, correct.
Unbelievable, dude.
Hey.
I need to get off this podcast before I blow a fucking gasket.
I mean, honestly, I might have a heart attack with my blood pressure medication, so we'll see what happens.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for this episode. We ran a little long tonight, so this is a longer episode. And honestly,
R.I.P. Sal.
if you guys like
R.I.P.
the
Sal.
longer episodes, let us know. We don't have to do the shorter episodes. We could do longer episodes. If that's what you guys like, let us know. If you like the short episodes better, we'll keep doing that. If you like the longer episode, we'll do that. Let us know in the comments. But as always, thank everybody for tuning in. We appreciate all the support. And we'll see you all next week when football is officially back.
'Tis the fucking season.
Bang.